here at Jacksonville State University, Pete Matthews Coliseum. We are on our 5th game, 4 games under. We got 4 more to go, and this one is going to be a good one. It is Plainview and Guntersville here from the Holiday Showcase on TV 24, brought to you by America's First Federal Credit Union. With John Holder, I'm Chase Robinson. Again, we got the number 4 ranked team in Class 5A, and that's Guntersville, and we got 6-0 Plainview taking the court here.
Yeah, Plainview not ranked in the 3A poll in the first ASWA poll, but they are 6-0 undefeated. And the Guntersville Wildcats, as you mentioned, number 4 in Class 5. They're 8-2, and they've had a tough schedule. They already have 3 wins over 3 of their biggest Marshall County rivals, and Arab and Boaz and Albertville. They get Albertville again on the road in that big arch rival game next Tuesday. But in the meantime, 2 teams, it's a Marshall County DeKalb County rivalry here. They don't play each other that often, being in different classifications, but still teams very familiar with each other. Guntersville and the Plainview Bears coming up.
As we take a look at Coach Robbie Coker's Plainview Bears, so you see senior Luke Graham, the sophomore Caden Milliken, junior Jeffrey Armstrong, another junior in Cade Willingham, and a sophomore in Kobe Tinker are the starters for Plainview. And taking a look at Guntersville, under head coach Russell Carr, Krishawn Hampton, the senior, Calvin Coley, the junior, C.J. Williamson, another junior, Tucker Bonds, a junior, and sophomore Logan Bonds are the starters for Guntersville. And, we are about ready to tip this one off, John. A couple teams that we could be seeing right back here come February. I know Plainview's made it back here to the regionals the past couple of years.
No doubt about it. Robbie Coker, a long-time coach on Sand Mountain, great player in his high school days at Crossville, has developed a great program at Plainview, and the Bears will get the opening tip.
Plainview working it down. That is Caden Milliken over to Jeffrey Armstrong. Back over to Milliken. His shot tipped. That'll be Guntersville taking it. Tucker Bonds brings it across. Bonds gets it over to C.J. Williamson. Back on to Krishawn Hampton. Williamson back out to Logan Bonds. Shot up this time from Coley is no good. And that will be off of Plainview, so it will stay now with Guntersville.
Great defense that time. Good half-court defense by Plainview. Only allowing 1 shot and really had the rebound, but Armstrong let it go off of his foot and out of bounds and back to Guntersville.
Tucker Bonds up top. Bonds over to Hampton. Hampton with a long-range 3, no good. Rebounded there by Cade Willingham, who kicks it ahead to Luke Graham under the basket. Graham goes up, shot no good, and it will be off of Plainview.
Graham in a one-on-one situation put up a shot. It was a hook shot and off no good, and the Plainview Bears lose control as it will go right back to Guntersville as Plainview will come out with some full court man-to-man pressure defense on Guntersville.
Hampton over to Coley, back down low. Shot up this time, hits off the backboard. That is Logan Bonds as Willingham goes up. Knocks down the first bucket of the game.
Cade Willingham, 6-foot junior, goes coast to coast, averages 7.6 rebounds a game. Gets the first bucket of the game for either team, and another turnover now by Guntersville, and here come the Bears again.
Milliken brings it across. Shot up and no good there from Tinker. Milliken drives in. That is Williamson, I should say. Shot up by Logan Bonds is good, and he is fouled.
All kind of collisions in the paint that time. The last one with Bonds going up for the shot. Foul's going to be called. It's like on Guntersville's, actually on Plainview's number 21, Cade Willingham. So Willingham called for the first foul of the game. So Guntersville and Plainview tied at 2, and at the line for the Guntersville Wildcats is Logan Bonds, the 5'10", 10th grader. Makes the shot, old-fashioned three-point play.
Shot up that time by Kobe Tinker was no good, but he was fouled on the way to the basket, so he'll go to the line for 2.
Tinker averages 13 points and 6 rebounds a game, a 6'2" sophomore. Only 2 seniors on this Plainview roster, so a young team for Coach Robbie Coker.
First free throw, no good. One more ahead. And knocks down the second one. It's Tinker. Tied this one up at 3. Guntersville's Hampton brings it across. There'll be a hand-checking foul here. That is on Cade Willingham.
Chance Broyles will check into the game now for Plainview. First substitution of the game for either team.
It's Hampton on the right side, drives in, puts a shot up and good. Krishan Hampton with that bucket there. It will be off of Plainview, so it'll be Guntersville ball. Hampton takes the inbound. Brings it across half court. Stolen away there by Armstrong from Plainview.
Good hands by Kobe Tinker. Tinker's the one who actually kind of stabbed that ball into the air, deflected it. And then Tinker on the other end draws the, actually going to be charged for a offensive foul, so it'll go right back over to Guntersville.
Kobe Tinker picked up that foul there. Hampton takes it in the corner. He kicks it back out to Coley. Coley brings it across. Over to Tucker Bonds, who brings it up back up top. It's Hampton on the left side. Hands it off to Logan Bonds. Back up top to Coley. Back to Tucker Bonds. Puts up the shot. No good. And it goes out of bounds, so it'll be Plainview ball.
The team's shooting the ball very well here, and that's to be expected. This is not your typical high school gymnasium. Deeper backdrops. Much bigger arena. So teams having to get adjusted a little bit perhaps to that depth perception.
Shot up this time is from Luke Graham. It was tipped. That'll be Kobe Tinker with the rebound. No good. Tinker drives in this time, dishes it to Graham. Count the basket. He'll go to the line for one more.
Great offensive rebounding that time by Plainview. Multiple second chance opportunities as they got 2 or 3 rebounds, then takes it hard to the basket, draws a foul. It's like Colley going to be called for the foul there for Guntersville. Shot was made, and another shot from the free throw line coming for Plainview.
And that one is good from Graham. Bailey Dukes checks in the game for Plainview now. Colley checks, or inbounds the ball into Hampton. Handoff there to Logan Bonds. Over to Tucker Bonds on the right side. It's time to Colley. Colley sees an opening, drives, and he will travel first.
Good idea by Colley that time. Had a little bit of a move to the basket. Good first move, but shuffled his feet, took an extra step there. Good call by the official. And another turnover by Guntersville as this game, both teams just not shooting the ball very well. That's been the story halfway through the first quarter. Low scoring game at 6-5.
Luke Graham up top, gets it over to Cade Willingham, back to Graham. This time it's Kobe Tinker driving, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded there by Logan Bonds, and he'll get to Krishan Hampton. Shot put up and good that time by Colley. His first 2 points of the game. Foul called.
They may get Colley again. The feet went out from under. Number 12 of Plainview, Luke Graham, his feet went out from under him. They're going to say that was forced over there by Colley. So that's going to be 2 fouls, I believe, on Kevin Colley. And indeed, they're going to get him out of the game, will Guntersville. And they will replace him with Josh Perry. It'll
be Plainview ball here under their own basket. Dukes takes the inbound, gets it to Luke Graham. Stolen away, though, by Guntersville. It'll be Hampton to bring it across. It'll be stolen right back to Plainview. Broyles gets it over to Dukes. Back up top to Chance Broyles. He'll drive, put up a shot. It's blocked. It'll go back towards Guntersville. Josh Perry inside to C.J. Williamson for a bucket.
Nice give and go. Williamson flashing down the lane. An easy layup, and Guntersville now with 4 straight points, up to a 9-6 lead.
There's a foul called as Guntersville gets the steal there. So we take a look at the replay, and great shot there from C.J. Williamson of Guntersville. Guntersville to inbound it there in front of their bench. Put it into Tucker Bonds. Bonds brings it across. Trying to get the handoff to Parker, but it's stolen away there by Plainview. That will be Armstrong. Back outside to Milliken. There'll be a jump ball called, and it will be Guntersville's ball.
Back on the other end, it was Tucker Bonds, and he had a collision over there with Isaac Parker. They collided with each other, and that's what created the turnover.
Guntersville to inbound. They get it in close to being at 5 seconds, but Isaac Parker will bring it across for Guntersville. He'll drive in, pull it back out, get it back to Tucker Bonds. Back over on the right side to Parker. Williamson drives, kicks it back outside. Williamson picks up the rebound, and then he'll get a bucket and go to the line for one more.
Yeah, C.J. Williamson really starting to make himself heard there as he had the nice flash to the basket on a couple of possessions ago. Nice rebound and put back, and draws the foul for C.J. Williamson. Bigger than he looks, 6'3" on the inside, a 6'3" junior. Might even be a little bit taller than that, as Williamson will be at the line to complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
Williamson with 4 points so far here in this first quarter. Make that 5 points as he knocks down the free throw there. 2 minutes left here in the opening quarter. Guntersville out to a 12-6 lead. That's Dukes over to Milliken as they work it around to Tinker. Down inside, back outside to Dukes, and it'll be Tinker this time. Drives, kicks it back out. Shot up and no good for Milliken. It'll be Guntersville's ball. Logan Bonds brings it across. Bonds drives, puts up a shot, knocks it down.
Good penetration again by Guntersville. That's been the 3rd or 4th time that we've seen Guntersville go from outside to inside with penetration to make it count. Very good penetrating team. A lot of good ball handlers to go inside on the dribble and take it to the basket.
Tinker drives in. He gets fouled on the way, so he'll go to the line for 2.
Plainview had the early lead in this game, but now Guntersville has kind of stretched this out to an 8-point lead, as you see that penetration by Plainview that time drawing the foul. And at the line for the Bears, this will be Kobe Tinker. He's been at the line several times, the sophomore has, for Plainview.
Knocks down the first one. He'll have one more up ahead here with 1:12 left here in the first quarter. Second one is no good. Gets his own rebound, though. That was Milliken with the missed shot. Back down on Guntersville's end. Shot up by Bonds, and he is fouled. That is Logan Bonds here going to the line for 2.
A great a great transition game that time. Very unselfish play by Josh Perry as he left it off for Logan Bonds. He could have had the layup for himself. Bonds was more wide open, led it for him. And a great rebound and outlet pass by C.J. Williamson to make it all go, as the first free throw is up and good by Logan Bonds.
Luke Graham checks back in the game for Plainview.
One thing you notice about both of these teams, Russell Carr and Robbie Coker, outstanding high school basketball coaches. Two very well coached teams here, as the second free throw is also made by Logan Bonds.
That is Armstrong bringing the ball down the floor for Plainview. He'll fire up the shot, knocks it down. Hampton brings it across for Guntersville. Hampton drives, pulls back out to Williamson, who will pick up the travel.
That's the only mistake that Williamson's made in this game. That little shuffle of the feet right there. He's been an impact player.
So we take a look there at that last shot there from Plainview.
Beautiful shot from Jeffrey Armstrong.
Armstrong kicks it down low. Shot up and good there from Caden Milliken. Isaac Parker drives in for Guntersville, kicks it back out to Hampton. Hampton drives, puts up a shot, and he is fouled.
3.5 seconds to go in the quarter, and we'll see at the line Christian Hampton, 6-foot senior.
Two up ahead for Hampton. And first one falls out. Second one up ahead and is good. Bailey Dukes fires up a shot at the end of the quarter, and it is Guntersville with the 17-13 lead at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back with quarter number 2. It's the Holiday Showcase presented by America's First Federal Credit Union on TV 24.
Why do so many people choose Riverview Regional Medical Center? Reason number 1, ER Extra. ER Extra is extra fast emergency room care. You'll be seen by a doctor or medical clinician in no time flat. ER Extra.
Extra fast, extra easy, extra great emergency care.
ER Extra. One of the many reasons you choose Riverview Regional Medical Center. Close by, far better.
Okay, it'll be just a second.
Wait. With a new checking account, it takes like 5 to 7 business days to get a debit card. It's 2014. Nobody waits 5 to 7 days for anything. I mean, I got things to do. Am I supposed to go home and sit in a dark room for 5 to 7 business days? This is
Here you go.
unbelievable.
Back here at the Holiday Showcase, there you look at Russell Carr, the head coach for the Guntersville Wildcats. His team out to a 17-13 lead here as we begin the quarter number 2 with John Holder. I'm Chase Robinson, courtside here with you at Pete Matthews Coliseum. As we get the second quarter underway here, Plainview with the basketball. Dukes over to, we don't have a name for number 5. We're working on getting that for Plainview. Shot up from Milliken is no good, but he is fouled. He will go to the line for 3 shots.
Very good call by the official that time, as was well after the play, but he took an elbow and hit the ground hard, so a good, excellent call by the official. As Milliken goes to the line to shoot 3.
Third shot up ahead is good. Milliken hitting all 3 of those free throws makes it a 1-point game. 17-16, Guntersville with the lead. It is Williamson up top, hands it off to Hampton. Back in the hands of Isaac Parker way outside. Parker drives in, kicks back out to Coley. Shot up, no good. Rebounded there for Plainview. Shot up by Milliken is good. Another 3 points. That is 9 total here. Just a minute into the second quarter for Milliken. Guntersville. C.J. Williamson picks up another 2 points and is fouled, so he'll go to the line for 1 more.
C.J. Williamson, another good penetration job by Guntersville. Chance for an old-fashioned 3, and this game has been back and forth. You know, at one time Guntersville was out to an 8-point lead. They led it 14-6 at one point, but Plainview's brought it all the way back up to tie it.
Shot up and good from Caden Milliken. Another 3-point basket.
Milliken is on fire right now for Plainview, and I'm telling you, Guntersville is doing everything they can right now, Chase, to try to stop him. They got guys in his face. They're doing everything they can to stop him, but he is just unconscious right now from that spot right over in front of the Guntersville bench.
Hampton fires up a 3, no good. And it will go towards Plainview. Jeffrey Armstrong bringing it across for the Bears. Back up top to Dukes. Back over to Heyman. Armstrong thinks about a 3. It'll be Milliken. Drives in, puts it up, and knocks it down. Isaac Parker brings it across for Guntersville. Hand off there to Colley. Colley pulls up, backs it out. It'll be a shot up and good there from Carter Giles, I should say.
Carter Giles, a 5'8" senior, into the game for the first time. First shot drains it. This has been a game of runs. First it was Plainview, then Guntersville looked like they were going to take a sizable lead. Now Plainview, one time back up by 5.
Milliken back out to Dukes. Dukes drives, puts up a floating jump shot there, no good. Guntersville off the other way. Parker will bring it back out to set something up for the Wildcats. Parker up top. Back over to Williamson. Back to the corner to Hampton. Hampton drives in, hands back off to C.J. Williamson. Williamson, an offensive foul is called there on C.J. Williamson, I believe.
It's been a game where some individuals have just kind of caught fire, and that's the way the teams have gone. First, we saw C.J. Williamson kind of catch on fire for Guntersville. They went out to an 8-point lead. Then all of a sudden, Caden Milliken caught on fire for Plainview. They came from that 8-point deficit to a 5-point lead, now a 3-point lead. So now who's going to be the next guy that's going to kind of take over and go on a run and lead their team on a run?
Heyman back up top to Graham. Foul is called there.
They'll get Luke Graham with the call. It's like Graham from behind with a hold, and we're already into a bonus situation. The last game we had between Cherokee County and Anniston took for almost until late in the fourth quarter for those teams to get in the bonus at any time during the game. And now here we are with 4:43 to go in the half, and both of these teams are now in the bonus.
Luke Graham goes to the free throw line for the 1-and-1. Front half of that 1-and-1 is up and good. One more for the senior.
Luke Graham, a 6'6" senior, averaging 13 points a game and 6 rebounds for the Plainview Bears.
Giles kicks it back to Colley. Back up to Bonds. 3-point good for Tucker Bonds.
First points of the game for Bonds. The 5'9" junior drains a 3 from the top of the key, and It's a 1-point game. This game has been back and forth and back and forth.
Heyman drives, kicks back out to Graham. It'll be Broyles. Back over to Armstrong. Heyman will take it back up top to Cade Willingham. Plainview moving the ball around a lot here.
Ball goes out of bounds basically. That was Armstrong just dribbling it out of bounds, just lost control and it went out. Guntersville with more substitutions, showing a deep bench as this will be Davis Hawk coming into the game. 5'9" sophomore, and this will be the first time we've seen Hawk in the game for Guntersville.
A quick change of possession there. Guntersville was not expecting the inbound there, and it rolled out of bounds, so it'll be Plainview ball now. They'll have it under their own basket. Tinker to inbound. He'll get it into Heyman. Back up top to Luke Graham. Down low this time as they kick it back out to Broyles, who fires up the three. No good. Rebounded there by Hampton and the Wildcats. Hampton brings it across. Three-point shot is up and no good by Colley. And that will be Willingham coming down with a rebound for Plainview. Three-point shot no good this time from Tinker. And Logan Bonds gets the rebound, works it down low, throws it out of bounds. It'll be Plainview basketball.
Davis trying to make a no-look pass, a hard no-look pass, and no one was there and threw it out of bounds. So an easy turnover right back to Plainview.
Willingham over to Tinker to bring it across half court for the Bears. Heyman on the left side gets it back up top to Willingham. Tinker to Willingham. At the top as Willingham backs it back out. He'll get it to Heyman this time on the left side. Broyles takes it up top this time, gets it back over to Heyman. 2:35 left here in the first half. Foul called there as Kobe Tinker drove into the lane. 1-1.
Excellent job. Been watching both of these teams. They've done a good job, both of these teams have, of any team we've seen today, of running their half-court offenses. Very patient. Just a really good job in being very patient. This is another one of those teams, Plainview, they can take it out and run it, but they can also set up and slow things down and run the half-court game as well. So the first free throw is up and good by Kobe Tinker. All of Tinker's points in this game, averaging 13 points a game. He's a 35% three-point shooter, but every point he scored has been from the free throw line.
He missed the second. Stolen away that time by Tinker. Almost gets another basket, falls no good. Rebounded there by Tucker Bonds, who gets it over to Hampton. Hampton drives in, puts up a shot, and it falls.
Krishan Hampton, his second basket of the game, 5 points total, and we have drawn even again as we approach the 2-minute mark till halftime.
It's Broyles up top, back over to Milliken. Back up top to Heyman. Heyman to Willingham. And that's Tinker on the left side. Stolen away there by Krishan Hampton, and he takes off the other way. Goes up for another 2-point basket.
Tinker tried to go behind his back with a dribble. The problem is that number one was standing there and just easily had the ball fall right into his hands, and then he went coast to coast the other end and laid it up for an easy basket for Guntersville.
It'll be Heyman drive. He'll pull it back out to Milliken. Back up top to Willingham. Back over to Broyles on the left side. He'll put it over to the right side now. Milliken to Tinker. Stolen away by Logan Bonds. Bonds goes up for 2 points. And a timeout is called here as Guntersville takes the 4-point lead now.
Chase, if I were a betting man, I would bet that 30-second timeout by Robbie Coker is to talk to his team about not handling the basketball, because the last 2 or 3 times down the court, they have been very careless with the basketball. Behind the back passes, just not taking care of the ball. There have been some easy steals by Guntersville. And I would think that Coach Coker is probably over there talking to his team about taking care of the basketball for this last 110.
And there you see the Plainview Bears. Coach Robbie Coker calling the timeout there.
And a fine job at Plainview. I remember what a great high school player he was, a point guard for the Crossville Lions, another DeKalb County school just down the road from Rainsville, and has done a nice job in coaching as well.
Armstrong up top, over to Duke, stolen away by Guntersville. That is Colley. Colley drives in, takes it up, shot rims out. So it'll be Plainview, it'll be Armstrong bringing it up for the Bears. Over to Milliken. Milliken drives this time, kicks it back out to Broyles. 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded there by Tucker Bonds in Guntersville. Bonds brings it across. He'll pull it back out and get it over to Hampton. Logan Bonds this time knocks down the 3-point basket.
Logan Bonds has been the guy that's kind of heated up. We talked about who would be the next player on one of these teams to lead the next run. It's been Logan Bonds leading the run, and now Guntersville on a 7-0 run as we approach the 10-second mark of the half.
Armstrong back to Milliken. It'll be Armstrong firing up the 3-point shot, knocks it down as the buzzer rings. That is the end of half number one. Guntersville with the 33-29 lead. And let's swing it down courtside to Gerhard Mathangani.
Hey guys, I'm here with Coach Carr. First off, Coach, kind of a game of runs here in the first half. Talk about the way your team performed here.
Well, I thought we turned the ball over too many times. Allowed them. They're getting shots every possession, and we're having to work twice as hard to get a shot. And so we got to fix that first.
This team is one that you've seen for a long time as far as in basketball circles. Talk about what your message is to them as they come out in the second half.
Well, one, to take care of the basketball and to continue to be better defensively. We gave up a few threes because we're getting sucked in, and we got to do a little better job there, but we'll be fine.
I'll let you get back to your team, Coach. Thank you. All right, guys, 33-29. Back to you.
Thank you, Gerhard. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll give you some halftime numbers here as the Guntersville Wildcats lead 33-29. We'll be back at the Holiday Showcase on TV 24.
It's time you got a car as reliable as you are. And America's First has made that more possible than you might think.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Don Hudson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly supports the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Melinda needed a durable paint, so I suggested our best, Valspar Optimus.
Ace is the place that knows kids are tough on walls. Watch out for the quiet ones.
Do you like any of the colors?
Come see us at any of our 4 locations.
Jay from Jacksonville Ace Home Center.
Jason from Roanoke Ace Home Center.
Charlie at Talladega Ace Home Center.
Danny at Oxford Lumber, Ace Hardware.
Come see us at Oxford Lumber Stores, the helpful places.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it in for free refills throughout the year. That's right, free popcorn for a full year. Your locally owned and operated Grub Mart, in business for over 74 years.
Back here at the Holiday Showcase, live here on TV 24, presented by America's First Federal Credit Union. We've got a good one here in Guntersville leads 33-29 over the Plainview Bears. Alongside John Holder, I'm Chase Robinson, courtside with you here at Pete Matthews Coliseum. And so far, we've seen some leads from both teams, and now we're at 33-29.
Yeah, 17-13 Guntersville at the end of quarter number one. And we'll go through an exciting second quarter where it went back and forth, lead changes. Looked like both teams were going to take control at one point, come back by halftime. Same result that was in the first quarter, Guntersville with a 4-point lead.
Caden Milliken coming out with 14 points in the first half for Plainview, and Jeffrey Armstrong adds 6, but they got several on the board for the Bears.
Yeah, we've seen different guys for both teams. You look at Luke Graham, Caden Milliken, Kobe Tinker, some of those guys that have kind of led the runs that Plainview has been on that Gerhard talked about. And then on the other hand, you've got some guys in there like C.J. Williamson, Logan Bonds, particularly right before halftime, kind of leading those runs on the Guntersville end. So we've seen Guntersville go out to an 8-point lead. We've seen Plainview get up to a 5 or 6 point lead and just kind of been toggling back and forth. So should be an interesting second half. I don't know if it will be as interesting as the fourth quarter was of that Cherokee County Anniston game that we just had, but it does promise to be a game that may go right down to the wire. These will appear to be, through the first half, two very evenly matched teams here at Jacksonville today.
That's right, and hang out with us because it's going to be a fun second half, and we've got several games in the books, and we're here at the Guntersville Plainview game. Got 3 more to come, so come on down here to Pete Matthews Coliseum and enjoy some high school basketball. $7 will get you in to the games, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, if you came this morning at 9 o'clock and you were here for Asbury and Ohatchee and you stayed all day long, for $7 you got 8 games. I mean, that's less than $1 a game. You can't beat that. And we've got a lot of folks have been coming from all over East Alabama. We expect a big crowd for the next game. White Plains and Talladega coming up. You see what we've had so far today. We've had the first 3 games really were not close games, to be honest with you. And then we had a monumentally close game, an overtime game in that Anniston, Cherokee County. Ohatchee falling to Asbury and Johnny Pelham's team by 19 earlier. A second game today was another impressive performance. Geraldine may play better in this holiday showcase event than any team that we've had in the short years we've had it. They always play extremely well here. Beat Jacksonville by 21. Oxford was very impressive with a 22-point win over Alexandria. And then Anniston, 15-point lead. They jumped out 17-2 to start that game. And then Cherokee County brought it all the way back, went to overtime, hit a 3, and they beat the Anniston Bulldogs 61-59 in overtime. You're watching right now Plainview and Guntersville. We mentioned Talladega and White Plains next, and then 2 more big ones, Chase, coming up tonight at 6 and 7:30.
That's right. Spain Park and Gadsden City. If you remember last February, they played right here on this floor for a chance to go to Birmingham, so that's going to be a really good game. Went to overtime last year in the Holiday Showcase when we had that game, and then Mountain Brook taking on the number 1 team in Class 1A, and that is Sacred Heart, and that game will be at 7:30. We're going to take another break. When we come back, it'll be time to tip off half number 2. It's America's first Federal Credit Union Holiday Showcase here on TV 24.
When it comes to great tasting barbecue, nobody does it better than Dad's Barbecue. Dad's Barbecue is slow hickory cooked to perfection, and Dad's menu includes a wide selection of popular items such as our smoked chicken sandwich, ribs, salads, and the best chicken fingers in town. And Dad's offers fresh homemade hamburgers and hand-dipped ice cream shakes. Dad's utilizes the latest technology to ensure that your orders are always accurate and hot out of the kitchen. Family owned and operated since 1985, Dad's Barbecue, with 2 locations in Anniston to serve you.
As a social worker, my cousin devotes her career to helping others. But when she was diagnosed with cancer, she was the one who needed help. She needed a hospital with an accredited cancer program and the latest in technology and care options. Plus, a compassionate team of doctors, nurses, and counselors with treatments that fit her schedule. So where did she find all that?
Right here at RMC.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it in for free refills throughout the year. That's right, free popcorn for a full year. your locally owned and operated Grub Mart, in business for over 74 years.
Pete Matthews Coliseum on campus of Jacksonville State University. The site of the 2016 Holiday Showcase here on TV 24, presented by America's First Federal Credit Union. We are in the 5th game of the day, and Guntersville with a 33-29 lead here at the half. And we still got a few more games to go here, like we were talking about before the break. So come on down here and see us here at Pete Matthews Coliseum. Under a minute to go till we get this second half of action here at the Pete.
See all the White Plains fans, you know, they always come early, stay late. One of the more rabid fan bases for high school basketball that we have here in East Alabama. They're coming up next as White Plains will be taking on Talladega. I see Coach Chucky Miller already sitting over there, taking in some of this game, getting ready for his matchup with White Plains. And Chris Randall, I saw Coach Randall here on the opposite corner with his team, watching some of the game just a little bit ago. So as those teams get ready for their next game coming up, and you mentioned Mountain Brook and Sacred Heart, really a rare opportunity because you see one of the top teams in 1A, the #1 team and 2-time defending state champion in 1A, Sacred Heart, taking on a real rare opportunity for us here, but apart from the Northeast Regional, to see the #1 team in the largest classification in Alabama, Bucky McMillan and the Mountain Brook Spartans, going to be in the Coliseum tonight at 7:30 for a #1 versus #1 matchup, 7A versus 1A. Ought to be an interesting game tonight at 7:30.
And we are ready to get the second half underway. It'll be Guntersville's ball to start off half number 2. Tucker Bonds takes it back over to Colley. Back to Hampton, down low to Logan Bonds. Turns around, jump shot, no good.
I think Bonds turned around and could not believe how wide open he was. Usually when you post up, you expect 2 or 3 guys to collapse on you. He turned around for a jump shot. I think he was too wide open. There was no one there, and it was too easy of a shot, I think.
Colley takes it up. Nice shot there by Calvin Colley, the first 2 points of the half.
Colley is really good, a tall, lengthy guy, but he's really good at penetrating, taking the ball inside. It's the 4th time we've seen him do that today, and he really uses that height to his advantage. Got a long stride as he penetrates inside. Really good player on the baseline for Guntersville.
Tinker up top for Plainview. Back over to Milliken. Shot up this time is no good. That shot comes from Willingham, but it will stay with Plainview as it hits off the Guntersville defender. So it'll be Plainview ball under their own basket. Kobe Tinker to inbound. Tinker gets it inside and then dump it back outside, and that is Milliken. 3-point shot, no good. There is a foul called. I believe that will be an over-the-back foul on Plainview.
Looks like Luke Graham going to be called for the fouls. He came in over the back, and it will be Guntersville basketball. So both these teams kind of starting out slow again, kind of like the beginning of the game. Guntersville is back out to a 6-point lead at 35-29.
Colley up top, dishes it down low to Williamson. Shot no good. Rebounded there by Armstrong, and Milliken will take it up, and he will get it back to Armstrong to bring it across for Plainview. Armstrong to the corner, and that is number 23, C.J. Williamson. Now that Kobe Tinker, with that 3-point shot there for Plainview.
Tinker's first basket of the game. He's had a number of free throws in the game, but his first basket from the field, and another careless turnover. Coach Carr was talking about that. They wanted to take care of the basketball. They didn't that time. And now a 3-point opportunity at the free throw line coming as a foul was made from beyond the 3-point arc. So that's going to send Caden Milliken to the line. He's hit a lot of threes in the first half, but now he's got a chance for an old-fashioned one. And Coach Carr is going to call timeout, and no doubt what he said to Gerhard Mathangani at halftime might be what he's going to talk about here, and that's taking care of the basketball.
That's right, 35 32 Guntersville lead as we take a look here at the last shot from the Plainview Bears, and that came from Kobe Tinker. Beautiful shot there from the left corner.
Not much you can do about that. He's standing almost out of bounds. You challenge it the best way you can. Sometimes guys just make great shots, and the Guntersville defender did everything they could there. You just have to give all the credit there to Cody Milliken. Or I should say Kobe Tinker.
Milliken goes to the line now for 3 shots. First one is up and good. Second one is good as well, so one more up ahead.
That's 8 made free throws, Chase, in this game for Kobe Tinker. This will be the 9th free throw if he makes it, and he does.
Hampton brings it across. It'll be Logan Bonds pulling up. Jumper, no good. Rebounded there by Graham. He'll get it back to Armstrong, back to Graham, and back to Milliken. 3-point shot is good from Caden Milliken.
Been a game of runs, as we talked about at halftime. Was a 33-29 advantage, and now Plainview is on a 9-2 run to begin quarter number 3.
Hampton returns with a 3. And there is a foul called. As we take a look there at that last shot from
Again, just
Milliken.
a great shot by Milliken. Contested, he was way outside. Can't do much more than that. And after that last 3 by Guntersville, we are tied again.
It'll be Gunners for ball. Williamson drives, gets it to Hampton. Hampton on the right side, gets it back to Bonds. Back in the corner to Logan Bonds. Goes baseline, puts up a shot. No good. I believe he would step on the out of bounds line there, so it'll be Plainview ball. Armstrong will bring it across for Plainview. Put it in the right-hand corner in the hands of Willingham there, and it'll be Armstrong back up top. Tries to get it down low to Luke Graham, but it will be stolen away by Guntersville. That's Logan Bonds bringing it up court. Bonds over to Colley. Colley drives, kicks back to Hampton. Hampton drives this time, and he'll kick it out to Logan Bonds. Back to Hampton with a 3-point shot that is off. Rebounded there by Luke Graham in Plainview. Armstrong brings it across. Willingham on the left wing. Shot up and no good there from Tinker, but strips it right away from Guntersville and lays it right back up and in.
Oh, tremendous hustle that time. I was watching Kobe Tinker the entire time. Not only followed his shot, but never gave up on the basketball. Even though it looked like the Gunners would have the easy rebound, he just stuck in there with it, waited for his opportunity, got the ball, and got the points. Just great hustle that time by Kobe Tinker. That's the kind of stuff you can't really coach. You can't coach hustle like that, staying around instinct, thinking I might have a chance to get this ball and score. Great effort by Kobe Tinker of Plainview.
It'll be Guntersville ball. Foul called. And that was a shooting foul, so that will send. Let's take a look here at the replay.
Good penetration again by Kevin Colley. About the 5th time today that we've seen Colley go all the way from outside to in, and he makes his first free throw.
First free throw good now. That makes it 40-39. Plainview still on top. One more free throw up ahead. Second one is good from Calvin Colley. And it's Armstrong bringing it across. Back over to Milliken. Back up top to Dukes. Plainview continue to work it around. That is Caden Milliken wide open under the basket to pick up 2 more points for the Plainview Bears.
Good ball movement, great passing, great vision by Plainview that time to get that basket.
Hampton up top. Gets it over to Josh Perry. There'll be a foul call, and that will be on the floor.
Away from the basketball, foul on the inside, called on Plainview.
And Kobe Tinker with that foul.
Only one personal foul, or I should say one team foul, whistled against Guntersville in this half, 4 against Plainview. So we had a lot of fouls called. We were sitting in both teams well into the bonus halfway through the second quarter. Now we're well over halfway through the third quarter and only just a handful of fouls called.
Shot up from Williamson was no good. Plainview's Armstrong brings it up the floor for the Bears. Armstrong drives, kicks it back out. Shot up from Heyman is good.
First points of the game for Dane Heyman. We did not have his number earlier in the contest, but he is a sophomore guard for Plainview, left wide open, and he must be a good shooter because everybody on the Guntersville bench, as soon as he grabbed the basketball, they all started rising up like they knew this is an automatic, and Heyman makes his first points of the game. And Plainview, now the team, as we mentioned, kind of going on this run here in the third quarter. They trailed by 4 at halftime. They now lead by 5, so a 9-point run in the first 5 minutes or so here of quarter number 3 by Plainview. But hang on, because this has happened before and Guntersville's brought it back. Which one's going to wind up with that last run at the end of the game? That I think, Chase, is going to be the question.
Yes, absolutely. 3:15 left here in the third quarter. 5-point lead for Plainview.
Guntersville at 8-2. They lost by 8 points at West Limestone. A lot of great athletes up at that school. And then they lost a 7-point game at Buckhorn. And they are 3-0 against their 3 big Marshall County rivals already this season. They've already beaten Arab and Boaz and Albertville. Last night they were a 16-point winner against Scottsboro last night. That's a big rival game. And Tuesday night they play at their biggest rival of all at Albertville. Always a huge game. And they are right now trailing by 5 against Plainview.
Guntersville takes the ball after the timeout. It'll be Hampton bringing it across. Handoff there to Colley. Colley tries to get the pass off there to Josh Perry, but it'll go through his hands and out of bounds.
Josh Perry going to come out of the game now. He'll be replaced over there in the Guntersville roster by Jackson Owsley. We have not seen him. That's a 5'7" senior coming in. First action of the game for him.
Armstrong over to Heyman. It'll be Willingham on the left side. Milliken drives, kicks back out to Armstrong. Armstrong back to Dukes. And he'll get it back to Armstrong. Plainview continue to work the ball around the top. Armstrong drives, kicks back out. Shot is no good there from Willingham, and it'll be Guntersville and Mr. Krishan Hampton bringing it across for the Wildcats. Shot up and good there from Isaac Parker. His first points of the afternoon make this a 2-point ball game.
Very deep Guntersville bench, and there's a proof right there. Isaac Parker, haven't seen him since the first half, and has his first points of the game. And a near steal over there by Parker. Parker not only active on the offensive end, but the defensive end as well.
So we take a look here at the last 3-point shot put up there, and good shot there from Isaac Parker of Guntersville.
Deep in the corner right in front of the Guntersville bench. And back to a 2-point game. And a travel by Plainview. So we talk about teams going on these runs here. This has been a game of runs. Is Guntersville about to go on another run?
Hampton will bring it across for the Wildcats. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Hampton looks to get it into Owsley, and there is a foul called on Heyman.
Dane Heyman called for the foul, came over the back as they were both going for the basketball. So another foul whistled against Plainview. Plainview's going to bring Kobe Tinker back into the game. He is one of their 2 leading scorers, averaging 13 points per game, along with Luke Graham at 13 per game.
It will be Logan Bonds to inbound for Guntersville. Bonds gets it back in the backcourt to Hampton. Up top to Williamson, then back to Logan Bonds, who knocks down the three-point shot.
Logan Bonds has taken over this game at times for Guntersville, but they match it on the other end.
Kobe Tinker, another three-point shot for the Bears.
Tinker is a 35% three-point shooter. He's had 2 threes in this game, and that was a huge one to put Plainview back into the lead with 1:19 to go in the third.
As we take a look at the replay here, that last three-point shot from Logan Bonds. Great shot there from Bonds to send Plainview out with a 2-point lead.
And then Tinker matched it on the other end. Here's Tinker from right in front of the bench, and again, doing everything you could. Look at that beautiful stroke. Just the way you draw it up, textbook. Had 2 really defenders in his face. But we've just seen some outstanding shooting by both of these teams. These are 2 very balanced basketball teams, very even. This has been no more than a 5 or 6 point game either way, going back and forth all afternoon.
Hampton brings it across. Gets it to Logan Bonds. Back to Isaac Parker. Parker with a handoff to Williamson. Williamson drives in, dishes it down low. It goes out of bounds. It'll go towards Plainview.
Williamson a little bit out of control that time. Penetrated behind his back. Really didn't have anywhere to go. Wasn't the best pass in the world. And a turnover as a result. And now we see Kobe Tinker really starting to take this game over for Plainview. Good penetration. Watch Tinker slashing to the basket, puts up a backward shot, fouled in the process by Guntersville's Logan Bonds. A chance for an old-fashioned three-point play. Tinker just really is doing it. He's doing it inside, outside with the threes, at the free throw line with 9 made free throws, even though he missed that one.
Quick turnover for Guntersville, but they'll get the ball right back. Isaac Parker brings it across. He's on the right wing. Gets it down low to Williamson. They're going to call the offensive foul, though. Our official, Mr. Clay Calkins, will whistle the offensive foul as we take a look here.
Again, out of control. Very good call by the official. The Plainview defender had his feet set like a statue. He was frozen. As we see Williamson come to the bench, and Williamson out of control, ran all over him, and an excellent call by officials in traffic.
Plainview brings it across. Jeffrey Armstrong over to Heyman. Heyman back up top to Dukes. Gets it down low to Heyman. Back outside to Tinker, and then they'll swamp the ball around and almost loses control of it there, but Tinker will regain possession, and it'll be Armstrong outside. 5 seconds left. Shot up is no good from Heyman as time expires there. Plainview with the 50-46 lead here at the end of quarter number 3. We will be right back with the final quarter from the Holiday Showcase presented by America's First Federal Credit Union on TV 24.
Strict attention to detail. That's what sets the new Pure Kubota SSV 75 apart. It's how we improved performance, increased strength, and engineered it precisely at every level. See your local Kubota construction equipment dealer and get financing as low as 0% APR for up to 60 months.
Talladega Tractor. Learn more at TalladegaTractor.com.
Local Joe's Barbecue has long been a staple in East Alabama, and now you can enjoy Local Joe's in Alexandria. Local Joe's Alexandria location has an expanded menu that features all of your favorite smoked meats, plus all the standards you'd expect to find in a family restaurant. Got a big crowd to feed? Local Joe's offers full-service catering for events of any size. Enjoy Local Joe's in their original location in Rainbow City, Local Joe's at Little Bridge Marina, Local Joe's of Alexandria, and their newest location in Cape Spring, Georgia.
Back here in time for the final quarter of this great basketball game. Plainview up 50-46 here as we get ready for the fourth quarter with John Holder. I'm Chase Robinson, courtside here with you at Pete Matthews Coliseum. And after this game, you'll see White Plains take on Talladega. And that will be a fun one as well. But we are about underway here of the final quarter. It'll be Plainview ball. Armstrong brings it across for the Bears. Gets it over to Tinker. Back over to Armstrong. Plainview with great ball movement we've seen so far today, John.
Absolutely. I think that's been one of the keys to their offense. Has been very patient, as we said. Good ball movement, nice passes.
Hampton picks up the blocking foul there.
And some good outside shooting by Caden Milliken and Kobe Tinker for Plainview.
Armstrong up top for the Bears. Willingham thought about this shot, but he pulled it back out. He'll get it back out to Armstrong. Plainview continues to work it around. Back over to Tinker on the left side. It'll be Willingham drives in, kicks back out to Tinker. Tinker will bring it up top now for Plainview. Armstrong drives in, kicks it back outside. Shot up, no good there from Kobe Tinker, and Armstrong will get the rebound, and Plainview will keep it on their side as they're trying to chew a little bit of clock now. Stolen away this time from Davis Hawk of Guntersville. Hawk pulls it back out to Hampton. Back over to Logan Bonds. We'll get it to Isaac Parker. That goes up. Shot no good. And it'll be Plainview ball now.
You can't fault Kevin Conley for coming in that time. He came in over about 3 or 4 different guys trying to get that rebound desperately for Guntersville. Watch him come down. The ball goes out, and there comes Conley. Conley crashing through 2 or 3 guys. Bodies flying everywhere, but the ball goes over to Plainview.
Willingham over to Armstrong. Down low to Graham, and Armstrong went back up with it, and they'll send it to the corner. 3-point shot up and good from Kobe Tinker.
Well, that's another great piece of offensive half-court mastery right there by the folks from Plainview. I mean, they just mastered that. Great ball movement, great passing, and a good shot at the end.
Logan Bonds drives in, shot up, no good for Guntersville. There'll be a foul called.
Big thing that's happened for Guntersville right now, Chase, is they're just not able to buy a basket. They've just gone cold as far as shooting. They're not even making the close ones. They've had 2 baskets, shot attempts within about 2 feet of the basket that have rolled around. They just can't get one to drop here in this fourth quarter. So I'll Plainview to eke out to a 7-point lead now.
53-46 Plainview on top here with 5:48 left in the game. Logan Bonds will be inbounding for Guntersville. And it will be knocked out of bounds there by Caden Milliken.
But we've been here before both ways in this game. We've seen Guntersville get out to 4, 5, 7-point lead and Plainview come back. Plainview same way, where they are right now with the 7-point lead, and Guntersville come back. Still plenty of time left in this game.
Absolutely. Isaac Parker thinks about the shot. He'll pull it back out, though, gets it over to Colley. Colley drives, puts up his shot, knocks it down.
I like the aggressiveness of Kevin Colley. About the 6th time today we've seen him take it to the hoop, and most times it's either a foul or a basket.
Shot no good from Heyman that time. It'll be Isaac Parker bringing it across for Guntersville. Parker drives, puts up a shot. And there's a blocking foul there, so Parker goes to the line for 2 shots.
Looks like they'll call that foul. Plainview's Bagley do.
2 shots up ahead there for Isaac Parker, the junior. The first one is up and good. One more up ahead for Parker. Second one is up and good. 53-50 game now. Plainview still hanging on to the lead. It'll be the Bears' ball on their end of the floor. Almost stolen away there by Parker, but a drive inside and a nice putback there from Luke Graham. Parker up top, he drives, kicks it back out, but it goes out of bounds. But it will be tipped by Plainview. As we take a look there, great job going to the basket. That was a missed shot from Willingham, and there was Graham right under it to put it right back up and in for 2. 4:50 left here in this one, a 5-point lead for Plainview. Bonds drives in, kicks it back to Hampton. Hampton pull-up jumper, no good. And that is rebounded there by Cade Willingham of Plainview, and he'll get it to Jeffrey Armstrong to bring it across half court for the Bears. Back up to Armstrong.
This game kind of has that feel that if Guntersville is going to make that run to get back into a lead, they probably need to make that run in the next 2 or 3 minutes.
Armstrong fouled there. And, he will go to the line as we take a look there. Went up for the reverse layup and hit his arm on the way up on that shot. So Armstrong goes to the basket there and knocks down the first one.
He got the ball pretty cleanly, but as you said, then hit him with the arm and also came over and got him with the body from the back as well. As Guntersville brings in more subs, Tucker Bonds back into the game.
Second one is good from the junior. Now a 7-point Plainview lead here with 4:15 left in the game. Colley up top. Colley drives, kicks it over to Tucker Bonds. Back up top to Hampton. Fires up the 3, no good. Rebounded there and put back from C.J. Williamson. Count the bucket, and he'll have a free shot ahead.
That is a huge play for Guntersville. That's exactly what the Wildcats needed. Needed something, needed a basket, but to be able to get potentially a 3-point play and cut this thing down to 4 points, huge here halfway through the fourth.
Now a 4-point game, 57-53. Plainview still hanging on to the lead here, under 4 minutes to go in this game. Milliken up top gets it to Armstrong. Armstrong over to Willingham. Plainview continues to work the ball. Armstrong will bring it back up, gets it to Luke Graham at the top. Over to Willingham. Heyman goes up. Shot no good. Rebounded there by Guntersville, and that is C.J. Williamson going up for 2 points.
As the second time in this game where we've seen C.J. Williamson kind of take over for Guntersville, and all of a sudden, here are the Wildcats. They were down by 7, now have cut it to 2.
Timeout called there by Coach Robbie Coker and the Plainview Bears. A 30-second timeout as we take a look there at the last basket from C.J. Williamson. Great job of going to the basket and picking up the bucket to make this a 2-point Plainview lead, John.
It's been an interesting game from the aspect that really from the get-go of this game, you would think Guntersville would get out to a 6, 7, 8-point lead, and then they just couldn't extend that, and they would let Plainview come right back in. Then Plainview would do the same thing. Plainview would go on this run, get a 5, 6, 7-point lead, couldn't extend that, couldn't really put them away, and Guntersville's back in it. We've seen that play out here in the fourth quarter. Looked like Plainview was on the verge of maybe taking control of this game, and Guntersville comes right back. I think that at the end of the game, we're going to be very close because I think these are two really close basketball teams. I think we're going to come right down to the wire like the last game was.
It's going to be a fun 3 minutes remaining. Armstrong up top to Tinker. Shot no good. Rebounded there by Krishawn Hampton, and he gets it up ahead to Williamson. Williamson back out to Tucker Bonds. Stolen away there by Jeffrey Armstrong, and Plainview shot up and good. Three-point shot up and good from C.J. Williamson. We've called his name a lot here in the past few minutes, John.
And two of these runs that Guntersville has gone on, one in the first half and now here in the fourth quarter, have been led by C.J. Williamson.
Plainview working it around. Foul called there on Isaac Parker.
Run in the first half, Williamson ran off about 6 straight points. On this run, he has put together about 8 straight points for the Guntersville Wildcats. Don't forget, coming up, we got another great matchup. Two traditionally powerhouse teams in high school basketball in East Alabama, White Plains and Talladega. Coming up next, and notice the Talladega cheerleaders are here. A near travel, even the Plainview fans were reacting to that right behind us.
Plainview working the ball around there, and there's a foul called there on Logan Bonds. And now we are at the 1-and-1. So that will send Kobe Tinker to the free throw line. He's had some good luck from the line today.
Tinker has made 9 free throws today, averaging 13 points a game, and he had almost that many just from the free throw line.
Free throw is no good. Rebounded there by Colley and Guntersville, and he'll get to Isaac Parker to bring it across for the Wildcats. Colley over to Williamson. Back down to Calvin Colley. He goes up, shot good.
And Colley gives Guntersville back the lead. They were down by 7 just a couple of minutes ago, and now they have the lead. Colley, once he posts up inside or penetrates inside, he is lethal, and a big, huge basket that time by Calvin Colley.
Almost stolen away there by Guntersville. Armstrong, three-point shot, no good. Rebounded there by Willingham. He gets to put up a shot, but he's fouled, so that will send Cade Willingham to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Pardon me, Jason. Isaac Parker called for that foul, and we are now in a situation where both teams are in the bonus the rest of the way. 18 fouls whistled against Guntersville, 18 fouls against Plainview as the first free throw is missed. If he makes this one, we're going to be tied again.
And we are tied again. 60 all here with 1:12 left in this one. Guntersville whistle blown. I believe the clock had not started yet.
So the officials are stopping play, and they're getting whatever is going on over there with the clock. They've got that situated, and now we're ready to go again with 1:08 to go.
Guntersville takes the inbound. Colley drives in, kicks it back out to Williamson, and there is a foul. I believe they will get Luke Graham with that foul from Plainview, so that will send C.J. Williamson to the free throw line now.
Well, Chase, our last game went to overtime, and with 1:01 to go and tied at 60, it looks like this one could very easily wind up in that direction.
Williamson with the first free throw is good. Gives his team the 1-point lead now.
But Williamson in the last 3 minutes of this game has just put this Guntersville team on his back.
Second one, no good. Plainview with the rebound. Armstrong takes it down. He's going to take it all the way, and he's fouled. That will send Jeffrey Armstrong to the free throw line.
Good effort by Armstrong to force the foul, but I think a pretty good foul by Hampton. Yeah, if you're gonna foul, don't give that ball a chance to get up in the air and go in. And instead of getting an easy basket, he challenged it and going to make him earn it the old-fashioned way at the free throw line. And we're going to see a technical foul, I believe, called against Guntersville's bench. Looks like they may call that one on Russell Carter. They call it technical. What did they do? Now the officials
not sure what they did.
Officials are going to talk it over now. Okay, they not a technical, but they were actually a warning.
A warning. Yes.
Okay.
Armstrong. First free throw is no good. One more up ahead from Jeffrey Armstrong.
Good communication by the officials there to clarify what was going on with the bench, what was going on amongst the officials, and what was going on over at the scorer's table as well.
Hampton on the other end for Guntersville goes up. Foul called. That foul will be on Kobe Tinker.
And guess who's at the free throw line, and guess who made that play happen? None other than number 23, C.J. Williamson. He has been Mr. Everything for Guntersville the last 2.5 to 3 minutes of this basketball game.
C.J. Williamson with the chance to extend the lead here.
Huge free throws for Williamson. If he can make both of these, it would force Plainview into having to have a three, but he misses the first one. And this is a really big free throw because this is, and now Plainview, if he misses this one, will only have to have a basket.
And the second one is good. 47 seconds left. 2-point lead for Guntersville. Armstrong up top for Plainview. They'll hold it out front. Armstrong fires up the three, knocks it down. And a timeout called there, but let's take a look. Great shot there from Jeffrey Armstrong.
They left Armstrong wide open on the wing, and he nailed it with 30.6 to go. Plenty of timeouts left. We're probably going to see a lot of stoppage in play because Guntersville has 2 timeouts. Even after that timeout by Robbie Coker, Plainview has 2 timeouts. So still a long way to go here with this last 30.6 to go. But you go back to that one of those missed free throws. As much as C.J. Williamson has done, one of those missed free throws right now is the difference in this being a tie game.
1-point game. We knew this was going to be a good one, John, and it has proven to be so.
Now, the last 2 games, about as good a high school basketball games as you could ask for, especially the fourth quarter. The Cherokee County and Anniston game, just kind of your average high school basketball game until we got down to the fourth quarter, and then it just turned into a phenomenal game. And really the same way with this one. This one's kind of been back and forth between a 6 or 7 point lead for each team. But now as we get into the last minute and a half or 2 minutes of this game, it has turned into a phenomenal high school basketball contest.
We saw a good one before, and we're seeing a good one now. And Guntersville starts out with the ball. That's Colley. Gets it into Isaac Parker. Back to Hampton. C.J. Williamson this time pulls it out back to Colley. Colley back to Williamson up top. Isaac. Timeout called there by Guntersville.
And I think Coach Carr over there just really didn't like the way that possession was unfolding. A lot of close calls, almost turnovers there. They just didn't seem in sync, and I think that was an excellent timeout with still 2 to go to kind of reset things, maybe call a play now with 12.4 seconds, and all you have to have is a basket chase. I think it's a great timeout because now you have whittled enough time off the clock that you can actually now draw up a play. You can get an inbounds, draw up a play, and maybe try to have a chance to win the game at the buzzer.
12 seconds left. Plainview holds the 1-point lead. It was all Guntersville led in the first quarter and the second quarter. Plainview came back, had the 4-point lead at the end of the third quarter, and that puts us here to this 1-point game, 63-62, Guntersville Plainview lead, I should say, here in our 5th game of the day, White Plains and Talladega. That's coming up next. It's going to be another good one, and a couple other good ones still to come. Spain Park and Gadsden City and Mountain Brook Sacred Heart.
Talladega team they're itching to get out on the floor over there with Coach Chucky Miller. Talladega cheerleaders here. They've been up there wearing out the concession stand eating.
C.J. Williamson with a basket there for Guntersville. Puts the Wildcats out to a 64-63 lead here. Williamson made it look easy on that drive.
Well, you had to know that the ball was going to go to Williamson. He's the guy with a hot hand and has had success all afternoon long, especially in this fourth quarter. That wasn't really anything fancy drawn up. That was no really, high level of skill to draw up that play. Basically, just give it to Williamson, drive down the lane, do your thing. That's what he did. Quick timeout by Robbie Coker, who was a little frustrated over there because I think he knew that Williamson was going to have the basketball. Yep. Somehow, some way, he was going to be the guy that was going to take that shot. So, same thing, though. Great, obviously good timeout by Robbie Coker, and his team now has 5.5 seconds to go to 1. Get the ball in, get the ball up the court, and have a chance to get the last shot for the win, trailing by 1. They still have a timeout left. Guntersville has a timeout. Plainview has a timeout. So if they get in trouble on the inbounds, Plainview still has a timeout they can take. Sometimes you'll see teams that will try to maybe get it to half court, then call another quick timeout and set up a half court play. So we'll see what Coach Coker does here, as we're going to have a full court pressure defense. We haven't seen a lot of this from Guntersville.
No,
we're going to see
not.
it right here.
That is Dukes to inbound. Gets it into Willingham. Willingham drives, puts up a shot, no good. And that will do it. Guntersville wins this one 64-63 over the Plainview Bears. And boy, Plainview had a shot to win it there, John.
They really did, and I think a good idea, just let it play out, put the ball in a playmaker's hands. Cade Willingham went coast to coast, put up a shot, and just barely missed the shot at the buzzer. Guntersville celebrates, and they get the win.
Big win there for Guntersville again, 64-63. Guntersville led at the end of 1 and 2. Plainview took the lead at the end of the 3rd, and it was Guntersville winning this game. And Coach Carr and C.J. Williamson are down with Gerhard Mathangani.
Okay, that's good. All right, Coach, it's kind of a game of runs. It was almost a pendulum where you would get to a 6 to 8 point lead and they will get to a 6 to 8 point lead. Talk about the fight and the claw today.
Well, I thought, both teams have played 2 games this week. Both of them been area games, and it's really kind of unusual. And I thought both teams played well. I thought our guys kind of hung in there. We had some lulls at times, but I thought that when we needed to get stops, we got them, and we made shots when we needed to. So I was really proud of our guys.
Talk about what this victory does for your ball club moving forward.
All of them are important, and so the reason we're here is because it's at Jacksonville, which is where our regional is. So it gives us a chance to play here, play a very good team here, and so we've accomplished today what we set out to accomplish when we decided to do this.
When the game got tight, you turned to number 23, CJ, and C.J. Williamson really put the game away. We'll talk to him in a second as our player of the game, but talk about his effort.
I thought it was really good. Now I'm going to tell him, and just like I tell you, I thought at times defensively it wasn't his best, but he's a gamer. He works hard, he practices hard, and he did what CJ does. And CJ's played his tail off this week. He's going to be tired, and I thought he did a good job, and I'm really proud of him.
Great win, Coach. Congratulations. We'll talk to CJ real quick. CJ, Coach talked about the fact that y'all played 2 games. You came out in the fourth quarter. In the first half, you had 7 points. Fourth quarter, you had 17 points. Talk about the effort today, and especially there in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we just trying to get buckets. Just working. It was a tough team, and we just worked it out.
I talked to Coach about the game of runs. It seems like you guys got out to a good lead, and they got out to a good lead. Talk about just the way this game played out, and especially there in the fourth quarter.
They had a couple players to get hot, and we couldn't stop them really until the fourth quarter. And that's when it was big to stop them. That's when we slowed them down.
Getting to play in this gym before the regionals, how important was that for you guys moving forward?
It was very big. They help us get feel of the gym and the area and the rims.
Congratulations. Our player of the game, C.J. Williamson, a big game. 19 points, 12 of them in the fourth quarter. I'll let you get back with your team. Congratulations, C.J. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Gerhard, and a great game there by C.J. Williamson, our America's First Federal Credit Union player of the game. We're going to take a break. We'll be back to wrap this one up from the Holiday Showcase presented by America's First Federal Credit Union on TV 24.
It's time you got a car as reliable as you are. And America's First has made that more possible than you might think.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Don Hudson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly supports the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Melinda needed a durable paint, so I suggested our best, Valspar Optimus.
Ace is the place that knows kids are tough on walls. Watch out for the quiet ones.
Do you like any of the colors?
Come see us at any of our 4 locations.
Jay from Jacksonville Ace Home Center.
Jason from Roanoke Ace Home Center.
Charlie at Talladega Ace Home Center.
Danny at Oxford Lumber, Ace Hardware.
Come see us at Oxford Lumber Stores, the helpful places.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it in for free refills throughout the year. That's right, free popcorn for a full year. Your locally owned and operated Grub Mart, in business for over 74 years.
Back here at Pete Matthews Coliseum, Guntersville taking the 64-63 win over the Plainview Bears here in the Holiday Showcase presented by America's First Federal Credit Union, here live all day long on TV 24. We've wrapped up 5 games, got 3 more to go. With John Holder, I'm Chase Robinson here, wrapping up that Guntersville Plainview game. And John, like we mentioned several times, it was a game of runs, and well, Guntersville won that one.
Yeah, 2 evenly matched teams. You know, we go a 4-point lead for Guntersville at the end of the first quarter, 4-point lead at halftime. Then actually Plainview had the 4-point lead at the end of the third, and then Guntersville wins it by a bucket as they score the winning basket by C.J. Williamson with 5.5 seconds to go in the game. I'm of the belief that Plainview and Guntersville could probably play 10 times, and it would probably be 5-5. That's how evenly matched I think those 2 teams are.
Absolutely, and Plainview with a chance to win it there with a missed bucket there at the end from Willingham. So plenty of opportunities for both teams.
Really were, and as you know, we saw Coach Carr talk about. He said, "Hey, the reason we're here, this is where we come for the regional. We wanted to get our guys an opportunity to play here against, and you said this, against a good team here, to be challenged here, to be in a tough game in this environment, to come down to a close game." So I think both Robbie Coker and Coach Carr both will come away very pleased with this. I know it's a tough loss for Plainview because they were 6-0. They were maybe not the state-ranked team like Guntersville was, who was ranked number 4 coming in, but Plainview was 6-0. They got a little bit of a late start because of the state football playoffs as well, but that's tough when you lose that first game of the season. But certainly nothing to be ashamed of losing to a team like Guntersville. Good team.
Absolutely, and we'll probably be seeing both of these teams back here in February here at Pete Matthews Coliseum. Well, White Plains and Talladega, it's going to be a big game. It's going to be a good game, just like the last couple of ones, and it is coming up next. Mickey Shaddricks, Gerhard Mathangani have the call from the TV 24 Holiday Showcase presented by America's First Federal Credit Union.
Strict attention to detail. That's what sets the new Pure Kubota SSV 75 apart. It's how we improved performance, increased strength, and engineered it precisely at every level. See your local Kubota construction equipment dealer and get financing as low as 0% APR for up to 60 months.
Talladega Tractor. Learn more at TalladegaTractor.com. Local Joe's Barbecue has long been a staple in East Alabama, and now you can enjoy Local Joe's in Alexandria. Local Joe's Alexandria location has an expanded menu that features all of your favorite smoked meats, plus all the standards you'd expect to find in a family restaurant. Got a big crowd to feed? Local Joe's offers full-service catering for events of any size. Enjoy Local Joe's in their original location in Rainbow City, Local Joe's at Little Bridge Marina, Local Joe's of Alexandria, and their newest location in Cape Spring, Georgia.
Sure, it seems like there are tons of decisions to be made as you start down your college path. The good news is Gadsden State can help. Online, on the phone, or in person at the new One Stop Center in Gadsden. How much can I save? What career is perfect for me? Help with everything from admissions to financial aid. And when all the answers point towards saving money close to home, you'll see why so many decide to make their first stop, Gadsden State.
We were looking to sell our starter home and move into our dream home. After looking at all the options, we chose to work with ERA King. ERA means easy, responsive, and attention to detail. ERA King made the entire process of buying and selling a house easy. From helping us decide on a listing price to navigating the final closing, our agent worked with us every step of the way. ERA King. To us, it means always doing the right thing for every client. What will ERA mean to you? Find out at eraking.com.